Hey everybody. Hi, this is Arun from the Goal Difference in our video podcast episode for Game Week 8. And today I have with me Sairam, who will be joining the podcast with me. He seems very happy, although the game week was really bad. But I'd just like to jump in, to our game week score, and we'll go through the transfer strategy and the captaincy vote as well. So yeah, so this was our game week 7 team. Oh my, just got 40 points this game week. No clean sheet at the back. Saiz didn't play. His replacement Nori scored a goal for Wolves, so we'll have to have a look into that as well. Van Aanholt replaced Mitchell, so Mitchell also, and plus Mitchell had a knock as well. He wasn't even in the matchday squad for their trip to Wolves. Apart from that, the double Southampton defense didn't give us any returns. With that, Target conceded 4 goals against Southampton. There were only three players that gave us points this game week. That was our captain Kane, thankfully. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who scored a 92nd minute consolation goal against Newcastle, and he gave a bonus as well. And Mo Salah scored from the penalty spot against West Ham. So we climbed down the ranks, and we look to climb up the ranks in game week 8. So I'll now move on to the transfer strategy for game week 8, with taking opinion of each TDD pundit. So this is our team from game week 7. So I'd like to move on to Sai, who's with us on the podcast, and I'd like to know his transfer strategy for game week 8. So moving on to Sai.
I think I would like to save the free transfer for the international break because there might be an added risk of COVID-related infections and injury concerns, which may affect our team, and because of which I think it's pertinent that we have a couple of transfers at least in the bag. Having said that, if at all we have to make a transfer, I would probably remove Mitchell and take in Kilman because I still want to give Saiz another game week to see if he actually is going to be a regular starter or not.
So if you have to make a transfer, then it would be Kilman for Mitchell, right? But your main,
Yeah, but
but
my
your
first preference is no transfers.
is no transfers. Okay. I would also want to save the free transfer for all the reasons that you just mentioned. There's an international break. There's a higher risk of COVID cases. So, and plus Ice and Mitchell didn't play. I just like to see the Wolves lineup once again for the next game, and see if Saiz is getting a run in or not. If he is not getting a run in, then he would be the first player to leave the team after that. But I'd also like to hold on to the free transfer, and it would help us in game week 8 actually. When In game week 9, in fact, when we could make three transfers and go -4. But as of now, I just want to hold the free transfer. I also have Sumit's transfer strategy with me. He's not able to join the podcast for today, but he's given us his inputs. So I just like to play over what he said of our transfer strategy.
So for game week 8, I'm kind of confused between two transfer strategies. So I'm going to lay them both down for you guys so that you guys can decide on the podcast which ones to go for. My first strategy would be to rule over the free transfer, looking at the fact that after post game week 8, we'll be moving into the international break, and with a lot of European countries going on lockdown again, there is a fear of COVID, and with injuries that generally happen during international break, this would also give us an option to look at whether Roman says would start in game week 8 or not, and accordingly we could make a transfer for game week 9. The second transfer option that I looked at was, so honestly, I wanted to remove Kyle Walker-Peters this game week because doubling up on the Southampton defense as McCarthy and Kyle Walker-Peters isn't really working out. I mean, it's a double-edged sword. But looking at the fact that we might lose a value on Roman Size, I would suggest removing Roman Size right now for Arthur Masako from West Ham. West Ham started a pretty decent run of fixtures, and the way they play really suits the wing backs. So my transfer would, I mean, the second option would be removing Roman Size for Arthur Masako. So yeah.
Okay, so even he has two options, and he would also want to save the free transfer. Arthur Masuaku is a very shrewd pick, I guess, because of West Ham's new formation, basically as a wing back for wing back systems playing with Kufal and I think Masuaku. Sai, what are your views on Arthur Masuaku as an option for our team?
No, definitely. I think Masuaku is a very attractive option right now just because he is playing in the wing back role, and he has the license to bomb forward and put in those crosses for the attackers. But having said that, I would probably wait for a couple of game weeks to see if they stick with that formation or not,
Hmm.
and then make an informed judgment.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So I just want to just go on to Maswaku to check his fixtures when when we are considering someone like him. So he's the second highest points giver in defense for West Ham behind Cresswell, and he's 0.6 million cheaper. And West Ham have a decent run. I mean, they're playing Man United at home, but United are not the form team right now, and they have a good run of fixtures. So he is surely one to consider, according to me. But as you said, we just have to look at the formation and let them play the same way for another 2 weeks, and then maybe we can consider someone like him. So yeah, I guess saving the free transfer is the way that the TGT pundits are going to go this game week. So yeah, I guess that will be it. Now, for captaincy, okay, so we got our captain right last game week. At least he scored a goal, Albert from a penalty. Sai, who do you think should captain our team for game week 8?
It was always between Salah and Kane for me, and given that Salah plays City, I'm probably leaning more towards Kane.
So you're going for Harry Kane. Okay. Let's go with Sumit's captain option as well. He has also sent us who he feels should be his captain. So here we go.
I would like to give the armband to Harry Kane for game week 8. I don't really fancy any of the other options. You have Salah who's playing in Man City, you have Bruno Fernandes who's playing Everton. So I would go with Harry Kane as captain and vice captain is maybe Wilfred Zaha. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So both of you have gone for Harry Kane. I mean, my vote won't count then, but I would have picked Son. Son has given more points in away games for Spurs, by the way, and Harry Kane has given more points at home. So I think going with that, I think I would have picked Son because teams, when Spurs play away from home, I think teams attack Tottenham. So I think there's more space for Son to run in behind than Kane to assist him. So that was what I thought. But maybe we should, if Harry Kane will be a captain for game week 8. So yeah, I guess that would be our team and our captain for this game week. Okay, so that was our transfer strategy and our captaincy vote for the game week. Okay, now there is a reminder. There's another early, deadline, and please do make in your transfers. I got a lot of messages on WhatsApp saying that I forgot to make my transfers, or I thought the game week started at 5 p.m. on Saturday and all. So I mean, I'm putting this reminder on the podcast as well. There is an early game week. We'll be putting it on all social media platforms as well. So please do make your transfers early. And yeah, I guess do follow us on all social media sites. And yeah, thank you.